Conquest of the Planet of the Apes is a 1972 film. Yes, these movies are just coming out one year after another. Wow. This time it's directed by J. Lee Thompson, and the plot is, after the end of the third film, you thought that not only was Zira and Cornelius killed, but their baby, we thought, was killed also. But here you see that no, the baby survived. He was taken by the owner of that circus. And even though this came out just 1 year after that last film, it takes place 20 years later. So in 1992, you see that this ape named Caesar he's highly developed, he's intelligent, he can speak. And his handler, played by Ricardo Montalban, he has been taking care of him. But when humans are not only using ape as servants, but they take them in as prisoner, that's when Caesar develops an intense hatred for humans. And not only that, he rallies up an army of apes to start a war. Now, what I thought of Conquest of the Planet of the Apes was, it wasn't like this movie was bad. It was okay. The first half I was definitely bored. I was kind of even falling asleep watching it. I don't know, I just couldn't really get engaged into the story all that much. However, I did like this Caesar character. I did. I like that not only did he survive the end of the third film, I like that he had this handler, Ricardo Montalban, because you appreciated their relationship, how Ricardo was able to do anything to protect this ape. You don't get enough of that. You don't see them together enough before Caesar gets taken into prisoner by this government. And they're trying to get information out of Ricardo. They even use this weird scientific machine that's almost like a lie detector. And he sort of just says, "I'm not going to tell," and he jumps out the window and dies. And you're like, wow, what a completely wasted character by an actor that I wanted to see more of, because he was Khan in Star Trek. So just for that alone, I was like, come on guys, you could have done a whole lot more with this actor. Now, Caesar, like I said, I thought he was interesting. He's played by Rowdy McDowell, who, yes, was Cornelius in the first and third films, so they just brought him back and put him in another mask, and he was another monkey. He's a good actor, though, so it makes sense. He really puts everything into this Caesar character. Like at the beginning, just how afraid and scared he is of getting caught. And you feel for the ape. And then when he finds out what happened to his handler, and when he sees how these other apes are being treated, the hatred that he gets for humans, you understand, you get it. You feel a little bad for him. And I thought, it's a little weird though. Like, I know probably the real reason is just because these are actors in ape suits, so there's nothing that you can really do about it. But I wish there was a better explanation on why these apes look so human-like. I mean, they're so big, they're so just sort of huge looking. They don't look like normal apes. Again, I know it's because it's actors in suits, so you can't really do anything. It's just, I think it would have been a better explanation if you had some type of mutation explanation, instead of just the whole, yeah, humans wanted to take apes in as pets, and apes just grew intelligent from watching them, observing them. You had the explanation on this virus that completely wiped out dogs and cats, and that's why humans wanted apes as pets. Maybe this virus could have been something to mutate them and make them big, and I don't know, it just seems like it was weird to have the humans so willing, so open to having these apes as servants. Having them perform tasks like shining their shoes, or fixing them food, or washing their car. It's like, if you're so afraid of these apes developing any intelligence and one day ruling the world, why would you have them performing all of these jobs? Isn't that making their intelligence higher? The repetition of it? I don't know, I didn't really understand that. But the end of the movie, when Caesar, like I said, gets an army of apes and they just sort of rebel and they go full out and they just attack the humans, the guards. It's a pretty intense battle, and it's pretty good, especially because the budget of this film, in fact, every sequel in these Planet of the Apes movies, I feel like the budget was cut in half with every movie. It just got lower and lower. So the fact that they were able to sort of keep the high production on the apes and the costumes and the makeup effects and stuff, I was impressed with that. But then just the last battle, the last, say, 20, 30 minutes or so, where it's just chaos, the guards are shooting the apes down, it's explosions and fire everywhere. I just sat there and thought, for 1972, with a budget that's less than $2 million, yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that end battle. And also, since I'm watching most of these sequels for the very first time, it's interesting to see how much of this plot, especially with the Caesar character, how much of that was taken to be put into that reboot that we got recently, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's interesting because this is an interesting idea. I do like the Caesar character. So, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes might have been a slow start, but I did end up, overall, thinking it wasn't bad. It's a lot better than that second film, anyways. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of this film? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!